Welcome, cosmic souls. Have you ever stopped to think about experiencing time in a completely different way? Imagine if you could perceive reality beyond the constraints of past, present, and future. Today, we're diving into the fascinating concept of thinking in 4D that could truly revolutionize your perspective on the world and how you live as a chosen one. This is the realm of 4D thinking, where time isn't just a linear progression but a multidimensional experience. By embracing this mindset, you open yourself up to a whole new way of understanding the universe and your place within it. Here's the game changer. Thinking in 4D can unleash a wave of creativity, innovation, and problem-solving skills like never before. By expanding our minds to encompass the fourth dimension, we gain access to a treasure trove of insights and solutions that were previously beyond our reach. It's like stepping into a whole new dimension of existence where the impossible becomes possible. So let's get right into it. Let's face it, our conventional 3D thinking has its limitations. We're often stuck in a rigid framework that hinders our ability to see the bigger picture. By confining ourselves to 3 spatial dimensions, we're missing out on a whole dimension that holds the key to unlocking infinite possibilities. To put it another way, what precisely is this mysterious fourth dimension? It's not simply a matter of adding another coordinate to our spatial axis. Rather, it's a matter of transcending our physical reality and gaining access to the realms of time, space, and consciousness. Having the ability to think in 4 dimensions enables us to recognize the interconnection of everything and to see beyond the illusion of separateness. In the course of our life, the human mind stands out as something that is intricate, full of winding routes and horizons that have not yet been explored. Our eyesight is obscured by invisible barriers that are constructed in the midst of this network of neurons and emotions. These barriers are like curtains, preventing us from experiencing the splendor of reality in all of its facets and dimensions. The perceptions that we have of the world around us are only the top of the iceberg, an insignificant fraction of the huge ocean of experiences that life gives us. When our view is blocked by these unseen boundaries, how are we able to comprehend the fact that reality exists? In situations where the intricacy of your own mind appears to be overwhelming, how do you approach the challenge of uncovering the mysteries of being? As we contemplate this riddle of mind, we come to the realization that the things that we perceive and feel are only a small portion of what actually makes our existence. The fact that it is so difficult to look past these invisible barriers has a significant influence on how we understand the world around us, as if we were in a room that was completely dark. In spite of the fact that our field of vision is barely illuminated by a sliver of light. Furthermore, as a consequence of this, our understanding of the world that surrounds us is restricted, and it is reduced to mere shadows of its entirety. There are moments when our minds play tricks on us, leading us to believe in illusions that both shape our decisions and impact the paths that we take in life. The way in which we react to the world and to one another is strongly impacted by the limited comprehension of reality that we already possess. When we perceive reality through a mistaken view, we open ourselves up to the possibility of misunderstandings, disputes, and additional obstacles. On the other hand, what exactly constitutes the core of all reality? What can we see with our eyes, and what can we feel with our hands? Upon being confronted with these inquiries, a unique viewpoint becomes apparent, an appearance that is beyond the capabilities of our sight to detect, a phenomenon that some people refer to as spiritual perception. However, there is no need to be concerned because we are not discussing complicated ideas or extensive ceremonies. It is more analogous to tweaking the tune on a radio in order to pick up a station that is more clear. It is about turning one's attention to something that is more significant, something that goes beyond the confines of the material world. Our spiritual perception functions similarly to an internal compass directing us beyond the realm of appearances. Recognizing that we are more than our body and that our existence extends beyond the bounds of what can be touched and felt is the realization that we have. Today, I would want to extend an invitation to every one of you to start on a journey that will allow you to transcend these boundaries that you perceive, and to seek to understand not just what is in front of us, but also what is deep within us. In any case, have you ever pondered the question of how to perceive the intangible? In my opinion, it is from this comprehension that we are able to discover the secrets that will allow us to uncover the genuine nature of reality. The duality that permeates our manner of perceiving the world is something that we encounter when we are on this trip. The mind, as I mentioned earlier, is capable of erecting invisible walls, which are comparable to curtains that obstruct our eyesight. In this sense, it is as if we were equipped with two lenses. One lens is formed by the perception of the world, while the other lens is tinted by the different hues that are associated with spiritual vision. In spite of the fact that multiple viewpoints coexist, they each bring a unique set of nuances to our comprehension of true reality. The worldly perspective, which is rooted in the necessities of day-to-day life and the urgent matters of the current moment, places its emphasis on the events that are taking place in the here and now. It's a valuable view for dealing with everyday adversity, but it's limited to the tangible, to what we can touch and feel in the present moment. Spiritual vision, on the other hand, broadens our horizons. It's as if, by closing our eyes to the outside world, we can open a window onto the wider dimensions of existence, transcending temporal and physical limitations. Meditation is an essential tool in this search for understanding. By entering the silent space of meditation, we can transcend the worldly view and embrace the spiritual perspective. Spiritual understanding, rooted in the perception of our essence beyond the physical, becomes a lens that unlocks the mysteries of time and space. Meditation is like taking a journey into ourselves. By closing our eyes and silencing our mind, we begin to uncover deep layers of our essence. It is in this inner space that we find not just superficial thoughts, but the true source of who we are. With our heightened perception in meditation, we can touch a broader reality. It's as if the limits of our conventional understanding expand. It's a practice that helps us understand more about our existence. This is not limited to mere relaxation. It is a journey that reveals often forgotten or neglected aspects of our own history. In the stillness of meditation, we are confronted with a wisdom that transcends the intellect. It is a silent understanding, an awareness that manifests when the mind becomes still. Instead of words, a deeper understanding emerges that is communicated through serenity and intuition. But I would like you to understand that it is not a question of choosing between the worldly and the spiritual perspective, but of understanding that both coexist. The spiritual perspective, by broadening our perception, provides a more holistic understanding of time and space. We understand that time, far from being a linear succession of events, is a continuous take on deeper dimensions. In the spiritual vision, we understand that the past, present, and future are not isolated compartments, but parts of a cosmic narrative that unfolds as we grow in understanding. And when we transcend perceived limitations, we open up space for a richer understanding of existence, a journey that invites us to feel the deep emotions of belonging to something greater that the worldly view often makes us forget. We are often carried away by the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and consequently act impulsively, simply because we confuse impulsive desires with genuine ones. Impulsive desires can be like unstable tides, taking us in uncertain directions. On the other hand, genuine desires, anchored in the depths, are lighthouses that guide us through the storms of life. Our genuine desires are those that originate in the depths of the soul, which truly guide us with purpose and meaning. They are like persistent currents that consistently shape our journey. That's why it's important to understand the nature of each desire. Some are important and long-lasting, while others are just momentary things. The deepest desires are those that really matter to you. That comes from within and truly guide your actions. This journey requires a deeper connection between our desires and pure intentions. It's not just about identifying what we want, but about aligning these desires with our inner light, which is always based on pure intentions. Desires connected to pure intentions are not just about you, but about doing something good for everyone. It's like having a plan that doesn't just help you, but makes the world around you better. This is also what makes our lives more meaningful. In a world often dominated by the five senses, there is a vast territory beyond what our eyes see and our hands touch. On this journey of discovery, there are practices that guide us towards a broader and deeper perception. Visualization, for example, is a simple but powerful exercise. The more we improve this practice, we perceive not only the image, but the sensation and even the sounds of the environment we imagine. This expansion of visualization transcends the limitation of the physical senses, offering a glimpse into the vast spectrum of our perception. And when we talk about visualization, we immediately think of a very powerful tool: imagination, capable of shaping the way we perceive and experience the reality around us. We could say that it acts as an agent of transformation. Imagination is like the seed of all achievements. When nurtured by a belief, this seed grows into a tree, whose fruits are the events in our lives. The belief in possibility is what allows the imagination to flourish and, in turn, influence the perception of reality. Imagination is not limited to our desires. It also finds beauty in everyday life. Simply because we can reimagine the ordinary, we open our eyes to the beauty that exists even in the little things. And when we talk about visualization and imagination, there is a simple but decisive factor for the success of these practices. Concentration is like the flame of a candle, which, when focused, illuminates previously dark areas. The more we strengthen our concentration, the more we sharpen our minds and, consequently, our perception. Concentration sharpens the mind, allowing us to direct our thoughts precisely. Meanwhile, visualization is what brings our mind to life, portraying what we want to achieve. So try to strengthen your concentration. Take a moment to close your eyes and concentrate on how your body feels the environment around you. Feel the nuances of energy, warmth, or coldness. In a quiet environment, listen not only to the obvious sounds, but also to those that hide in the silence. The key to these practices lies in consistency. It's like a muscle that, when exercised regularly, becomes stronger. The more we perform these practices in our daily routine, we gradually sharpen our perception, expanding our inner horizons. Perception is a moldable skill, ready to be improved. With each practice, we not only glimpse a new way of perceiving, but we also open our hearts to the emotions that spring from this awakening. These tools play a harmonious role in the harmony between what we think and what we do, thus shaping our reality. Every idea, every vision is a brick in the construction of our reality. When our thoughts are aligned with our deepest aspirations, we are able to guide our actions towards our goals. It's a delicate balance between mind and action, where every step is influenced by thoughts. Our actions, in turn, feed back into our thoughts. It's a constant cycle between what we think and what we do. The quality of these actions determines the shape of our life experiences. By understanding this cycle, we realize that shaping our thoughts is the first step towards creating a reality in line with our deepest desires. Keeping positive thoughts aligned with our desires is not just a mental exercise, but a conscious choice to direct our hearts in the right direction. In an often challenging world, cultivating positive thoughts becomes the compass that guides us through the storms. This choice is like recognizing the light. Even in the shadows, allowing that light to illuminate our path. Each conscious step is a step towards the manifestation of our dreams, revealing the intrinsic power that lies in choosing to align our thoughts and actions. In this process, faith is the invisible link that connects all the pieces. Believing in the possibility of fulfillment gives wings to the imagination, allowing it to reach heights previously unexplored. Faith is not just believing in what we don't yet see, it is conviction that nourishes our thoughts and inspires actions aligned with our desires. Throughout this journey, emotions play a crucial role. They carry the energy behind thoughts and actions. When our thoughts are aligned with positive emotions and we sincerely believe in the fulfillment of our desires, the seeds planted in our imagination blossom, manifesting intangible experiences. Imagination is the foundation of our journey. Visualization is a powerful tool that helps us shape our reality. Having a strong focus on the details is crucial, and having unwavering faith acts as the binding force that keeps everything intact. When used in tandem, these tools have the power to turn our thoughts into actions and ultimately into tangible accomplishments. Through the practices we've discussed, we can tap into an incredible power that lies within us. Changing thought patterns is a process that requires ongoing exploration and growth. Persistence is key to overcoming challenges and staying focused on our desired vision. Just as a mentor guides us, it is through the clarity of our thoughts and the purity of our faith that we discover the strength to shape our own destiny. Just as a mentor guides us, our limited perception often hinders our grasp of the expansive spiritual realm that envelops us. The practices discussed here today serve as a guiding light, expanding our perception beyond the surface level. They serve as guides, helping us see the bigger picture and bridging the gap between the ordinary and the profound, allowing us to gain a more profound grasp of the world around us. It is through these practices that our spiritual perception expands, allowing us to pick up on previously unnoticed nuances. The barriers between the physical and the spiritual begin to fade, revealing a richer and more complex reality. And this helps us in many ways on our journey through life. For example, you begin to interpret life's events not just for what they appear to be, but for the deeper meaning they carry. So, allow yourself to see beyond appearances. Cultivate inner clarity to glimpse the beauty hidden in the details, and tune in to the spiritual vastness that permeates every moment. The true magic of life is in the ability to transcend everyday vision and embrace spiritual perception where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others so they can benefit from this message. And don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, reflections, and experiences. Until our next video, I wish you much peace, love, and enlightenment to your day.